Yes! What are you saying? Actually made it. I've been here all of 35 seconds. What's that? What's the feedback now? Is that you? So yeah, no, he's shaking his head and walking away like a guilty suspect. And we haven't got the pooches up. Morning. I love you, Archnin, for making us realise that we don't all just live in a sleepy little village in the Midlands in Englandshire. Rattler, Tavern Wars, blessed love. What? Sorry, you can't. I can't just start broadcasting and you leave, Paul. What's wrong with you?
He waited for you to start broadcasting.
To say bye-bye.
To then
That's
leave.
like just proper like, chucking shade, isn't it?
It's like closing the door on somebody after they've held it open.
Mark, what you saying? I've got all four corners of the planet watching. Hi. Yeah, I've hurt my hand. Not really. No video. Good evening all. Everybody doing okay? No video? What's up, Captain Rex? Can you not see me? Can you guys see me? I'm sure you can. What are you saying, Mr. Dalton, and anyone else watching? Who's watching? Say hi if you're watching. Yeah, you can see me. What are you saying? So, come on. Right, so, where are we at? Yeah, I can see you. Thank you very much for joining us again. Sorry we didn't stream. Friday, Saturday. Hi. Hello, Bengal. What are you saying? Sorry we didn't stream Friday or Saturday. Alex has been bombarded by the toilet paper consumption needs of the village. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, you know, it's weird. Clive, what are you saying? Say hi to Ulfric for me, Clive. If you see him on your travels around Lapland, tell him I love him a lot. Poor Alex. Yeah, well, he loves it, to be fair, because he's the only one that gets to go out into Zombieland, right? I occasionally make a really lame excuse, like, I'll go today because you ain't working, but he's the only one that gets to break curfew, really, so we're all kind of stuck here, all being a bit weird. I mean, making new games up and new things, like I spent 4.5 hours cleaning a car yesterday, walked in and Alex went, gotta be honest, quite suspicious of you now. He was like, no one spends 4.5 hours cleaning the car unless they're trying to hide something. And I was like, dude, you know what it's like, the bits of brain and the skull, it's really hard. You've got to mop that stuff up, get it out. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so yeah, 4.5 hours cleaning the car. I've invented a drink. Look at my drink. Look at my ever so slightly not very masculine drink. But it doesn't matter.
Fruity, isn't it?
It's a bit fruity. Yeah. It's just lemonade with frozen strawberries. But because we're on lockdown, it's like the best thing that's happened. That's Inception. That's Inception. Started new shift, Alex doing 12. Only have to deal with the public.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got one shift that goes from 5 o'clock in the evening till 10 o'clock in the evening. And for 2 hours of that is glorious because we just close the doors and we can clean down all the
Nah, Mark, I can't do Kraken on the glass. Get me one of my glasses that I drink Kraken. Not the Kraken ones, the other ones. I'll explain to you, right, Mark, I'm glad you're on.
He does it wrong.
Do you remember we talked about, right, the 3-drink Kraken rule? This is what you need to understand about the 3-drink Kraken rule. Everyone goes, what's 3 drinks? So this is the glass I drink Kraken in, right? It's a big glass. It's like a pint. I have that much Kraken. Where are we? Yeah, I have half Kraken. So when you've had 1.5 of these of Kraken, I can't drink one of these and paint. You're mad. I'm going to get half. Tartan James, blessed love. Thank you very much. Listen, today's the day. If you're not, your subscriptions will have died. Get IKEA.
Oh, someone's calling you up.
She called me out for IKEA. That ain't even an IKEA glass. That's a B&M Bargains. I'm not wealthy enough to shop at IKEA. That ain't. Or it's an Asda. It's an Asda glass. And you know, I didn't even know they were pink until Scarlett told me, I like your pink glasses, Dad. So he was actually going to do the camera tonight in black and white. So that you could all see what it actually looks like when I see through my eyes. I'm on two Lady is isolating so far. I've watched either 2 more rules or like a season of TV. Well, that can't be bad. That can't be bad. Unfortunately, My life just got worse with lockdown because I work from home anyway. But now I've got these two really messy children that are in my house all the time, right? I love them. Just enough that they don't get smothered at night with a pillow, both of them, right? So now I've gone from all the same. Now I'm on like full 23.19 from Monsters Inc. every time he walks through the door, and I'm hosing him, and we're washing his clothes, and we scrub him. We get a layer of skin off with a cheese grater, don't we? It's proper. You should see him. It's not a good look. Drunk Christ would be eating it and trying to emulate. Do you know what? Christmas, we're going to do a late night adults only Rasta, and we are going to get pissed as a fart. And we are going to try and paint something all together. I'll pre-plan it like 3 or 4 weeks before, an easy thing you can all get. In fact, it might even be, I just do like an actual drawing that you can print out at home, and we all try and paint it, whether it's with marker pens or an airbrush or whatever. Yeah, we'll do that. Do it. I drink pints cracking too. No, not on show, not today. So yeah, listen, we're at a new month. And I've got a couple of things to tell you. The stream's moving again. Not far. It's just going from the kitchen into the man cave, right? You've all heard about the man cave. And it's been... I love you, bro. You don't even know. I've got presents as well today, the donations giveaway. I've got stuff to give you, really cool stuff to give away. But we're going to move into the man cave because my whole world's come in my house and... my OCD's scratching a little bit and I want to clean my kitchen up a bit. So we're going to go back into the man cave. What it means is you're going to end up with a better view eventually. You're going to get a view of the man cave. So you'll be able to see all my cool stuff about. I'll have it all in there and we'll get some stuff set up. So what's probably going to happen is we're going to stream today, tomorrow, our normal game, and then you won't see a stream again till next Monday. Unless magic happens, and we magically find some extra hours and we get it all set up really quick, we'll then try and stream at the weekend. And also we're playing it by Alex's shifts, which is really hard at the moment. Now, dude, my man cave is... like, go to Cloud City Radio. They did like a 30-minute filmed tour of it. It's properly sexy. I love you, Tavern Wars. Give me some prizes, Al. Give me those prizes. So listen... I ain't got no ships to give you, but I did find some cool Star Wars stuff, right? And like, you know, my donation goes up because it pays my electric bill and lets me move the studio and lets us do new stuff and get bits into paint and this, that and the other, right? So, no, because you've got like...
He's the
nice.
No.
It is Archnin, I think so. I always get confused.
Yeah,
they've both got a life that we're both really jealous of. So... we just keep them around because of viewer numbers, Alex. Don't let them hear you. Anyway, listen. Right, clock started. See you in 75. What? Leave it on. What's wrong with you? Leave it on and then message and I'll tell you what you're doing wrong when Jude's kicking your ass for. Right, so look. Just because I love you, and I'm going to give you these, whether we hit 40 quid or not. These are only 100 spondoolies a ticket. You know how you get those by watching. I got this call. Let's get it in. This is Star Wars, what is it? Pocket Model TCG. And it's got shitloads in it. It's my one, and Lucky's not even in the chat. Captain Rex, I'm sorry. And Captain Rex spoke as I said it as well. It's like my angel just there. That's cool. You need to be comfortable. It's a good video from Cloud City Radio. Yeah, it's got a bit much in my house. I need a bit more space. And it's got loads of these in it, right? And there's like 4 models in each. You've got a whole game, right? Really cool, very collectible. So that's one. And wait for the next one. You're going to love this. For all you old sods, right? Star Wars Top Trumps. Come on, you know you want that. Episode 4 and 5. Hello? Right.
It might even be
right.
4, 5 and 6.
Is that 4, 5 and 6? No.
I before V is 4.
Yeah, but then it's...
V
okay,
is
it's 4 and 6. 4 to 6. There you go. Excellent. Her phone died. Nell's another angel just switching it off as the bad word come out of my mouth. So listen, this is cool. At the end, I'm going to give 2 people. This will be like... what do you reckon should be top prize? That, shouldn't it? The tin should be top prize.
The tin, yeah, because
tin's top. So first person called's getting the tin. Second person gets that. I'm giving that to you anyway. We'll open it up at about like 10 to 9, quarter to 9. I know, how good's Top Trumps? I had a little like car one. It was like, oh, I've got a V8 and it's got red seats. Do you remember? Oh, it was good. We didn't have much. We had like balls made out of elastic bands. Yeah, we had sticks for hitting other kids with.
Didn't you have a stick and a hoop to like chase the hoop down the road with a stick?
I wasn't born in the 20s. Seriously going to make me mate say, oh, he pushes my buttons. Lately, he's been becoming a lot more aggressive with me because he knows he holds more power now because he controls the pasta stream, right? And while he holds the pasta power, I've not got all my strength. Right, so wait. Okay, listen. Do your subs if you haven't subbed because they're dying on us because it's turnaround. Alex, now, after the end of this show, anyone that is subbed from now until next Monday, we'll give you the week to redo your subs. He'll give you 500 spondoolies, and that happens every month, right? So you're going to get £5 worth of tickets every month just for doing the sub. Hang on, does Rasta see in black and white because what colour the world was?
It's quite funny.
I'll proper hurt you, Benga.
He doesn't have immunity.
Hey? And you've got to remember, I know where you live. I know where you work. Right, moving on. So, listen, all of that stuff's down the bottom. Click, click, click. Boom, boom, boom. Keeps it going, right? What we're doing today, we are painting something different. Alex, hold on. Let me do like a Jedi wave. Ready? Are you going to just time with my hand? Or do I have to say things and make everyone know?
Try and time with
okay, so let's forget I just explained that to everyone, all right? So we're starting from now. 3, 2, 1, action. Shit, Alex is loving that as much as me. Right, this is what we're painting. Let's get him out of the way. So I found a box of Aeronautica Imperialis, right? And I'm going to paint the whole setup and I'm going to play a game with it and then I'm going to give it to you lot or sell it to you lot or something. That's not completely true. He was there for the alpha release of colours but didn't update the newest version and misses a few. No, it's absolutely true. Like my phone doesn't get, like my phone now just gets question marks when people sends me emojis. Because my phone goes, I don't know. I'm very old.
And French.
and French for some reason. Yeah, absolutely. So look. This is Aeronautica Imperialis. Oh, you stay there, good boy. And I hope we got a nice shot, right? We had to put this bit of foam because we found when we just had it on the white, look, it goes a bit weird because of like the glare against it. I don't know what it is, but this is what I've done, right? So I've painted 4 today. Where is it? There it is. Today we're going to paint this one. We'll finish this, right? So we'll make that look like that. Okay, you know the game, right? Look at these cute. Let's show you some nice toys. Right. So these took quite a long time, believe it or not, and you will see how much work is in it in a minute. Right, but they're really beautiful. Really, really. They're like redder than red, deeper red than red. They've got a little bit of cartoony work. They've got a lot of kind of natural work. There's a lot of airbrush. There's a lot of hand brush. So, oh, shut up. Why do you think I've done 98% of the project before I started the stream?
But he did say noish.
Noish. He did noish. Right, and let's have a look at a couple of the little ones. Let's move them out of the way.
Archman tipped and Lucky call sign said evening.
Lucky. She's my lucky, she's my baby. Right, look. So look, can you see? They've got kill markings. Can you see the kill markings? The camera's not, it's struggling. This is so tiny. And you can see we've got all the checks and we're going to be using, look on this one. So we're going to be using Mr. Dalton. There's a link now at the bottom of the stream, which if you click on it, will take you straight to Protex Rasta's masks. You see these faded flames. Let's see if we can get you. Is that in focus, Alex?
It is in focus.
Okay.
It's quite hard to see the flames.
They've got these beautiful faded flames. I've used them on here. You can see slightly stronger. We've got some nice check work. That's all freehand. We can do stuff like that. Lots of weathering. You'll see, right? So that's what we're painting. Oh, do you like the bases? So you know what this was? This was me watching Bob Ross. And they look really good when you put them together and you look at them straight above. Imagine how nice that'll look on the map. Look, they're all flying up in the sky. Alex was like, paint them like gold. It's so gangster. And I was like, what? What do you mean gangster? What's wrong with you? Not everything's about Harlem. Right. So, yeah. So the plan is next 2 shows, right? So tonight's show, we're going to paint that. Next week's show, we're going to paint...
Oh. Miss Spurgeon was on. Wow.
Hi Mrs. Spurgeon. You are the best Spurgeon. Mr. Spurgeon was very rude when he came on my stream, Mrs. Spurgeon. And he came and he threw shade. And he says that he doesn't love you anymore and that you should come and live with me now, Mrs. Spurgeon. You know it's the right thing to do.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I'll have no chance with Mrs. Spurgeon if she knows. Yes, Bob Ross. I'm doing a Bob Ross. So...
No, she might be asking who Bob Ross is.
You don't know who Bob Ross is? Where's my tin of goodness? Where's this in the cigarette tin? Look, over there. There's a Bob Ross.
Yeah,
the Bob Ross.
Yeah, there.
This is Bob Ross. Bob Ross. Do you see the clouds? Do you see the clouds? Right? This is what Rasta was going for. Right? This is what Rasta was going for. Rasta actually wants to. This is something me and Alex talked about. Because we watched a lot of Bob Ross at one point. I was proper addicted to Bob Ross. That I would try and copy one. Like, have it on. I've never painted with oils. I've never painted on a canvas. But I totally think I could do it. If I had the colours laid out and I copied him. Just to see. Maybe drink crack and do a Bob Ross. Put a big afro on. Something like that for a bit of fun. So, anyway. This is what happens. 20 minutes, I diverge again. Next week, I'm painting that. Right. That got that out of the way, didn't it? Did you see Alex's face as I chucked a thunderbolt across the room? Alex is not interested in this at all. No. Alex is only interested in when I paint that. Okay? So next week, you get the good guys, bad guys. Alex actually wanted me to paint these as the RAF and this is the German army. And I was like, let it go, man. It's like 80 years ago. Chill. There's no need for it. Right. I can see you whacking your brush.
Yeah.
We'll beat the devil out of it. Remember, it's his favourite part. It's my chair gone down. I feel like I'm shrinking, man. Right. So, I need a drink now. I get so excited at the start. I'm like a kid. I ain't seen no one for like a whole week. I genuinely am. I love this. Right, so listen. The Thunderbolt comes with like decals. Because you see like the boxes, the totally unattainable pictures. And then you get... I'll put it away. It might even be under the thing in the box you can get. You get this big like set of transfers. And they think you guys can actually put that stuff on these things. And they'll go on and it'll all be fine. Well, it just doesn't work like that in real life. There we go. These things, right? Oh, that was really blooming white out, right? You know these stupid things. They don't work. So Lee, who's in the chat from ProTech, is going to make me some Aquillas to fit the wings. So you'll be able to get those as well. So you're much better off with an airbrush. Do you like that? Airbrush using the mask. I've painted my Imperials as the US Air Force. Do it with Dodge stripes.
Cool. Dodge
what, right down the centre?
Yeah. Yeah, that look wicked. Or an Adidas one.
I could do Dodge stripes and the Aquillas.
Yeah.
I'm going to do them all grey though. They've got to be grey, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
they've got to be like proper boring military grey. I knew I was meant to be doing something. Yeah, hurry up, Dalton, because we need to have that. Otherwise, next week's stream is ruined. Right, look, and I've got this. I'll show you how to do the Bob Ross. Okay, it can be really easy. This is not easy. This is easy. Well, everything's relative. Right, let me turn around. Okay, so we're aiming for that. Let's keep it in the background for you. We're aiming for him. Let's get him in there. Nice. we're going to paint that boy. Give, hello LaRoque. Give a micro set a try for your transfer. It makes so much difference. So it's not about, I understand all the different ways of putting transfers on. It's about the actual detail that's built into these, right? So you see all that raised detail is raised, right? So each one of those rivet heads is raised. That's where the problem comes. So whenever you lay, like, unless that decal is exactly that panel, and then I can cut round and get rid of the masking edge and then use the fluids and all of that, it's just so much work and effort to do it properly and have it sit perfectly that I think you're just better off with a stencil. That was quite in focus then, wasn't it? It like got more in focus the closer we got. You can kind of see the differences in the reds a little bit better there. Right, so airbrush. Let's get some colours. Let's get some colours. Old man glasses. Red, orange. Right, so this is all we're doing. Red and orange. That's scarlet red. So what you want is for GW to reduce decals like Bandai do for Gundam models then. Yeah. I ain't, do you know what? Okay, you got a nice Gundam model, nice sized one, that you don't mind parting with, or I'll do you some kind of like trade is no exchange deal. You know how I work. Let me know, bro, because I'd love to do a Gundam on stream. I've never built a Gundam. Alex is literally just creamed himself at the thought of me doing a Gundam. The chest pattern, is that a stencil too? What, the checkers? The chest pattern. Ah, his English got downgraded then. And he's got an A in English, I've heard. It's just downgrades, doesn't it, when you talk to me? Yeah. Yeah, no, just by hand, bro. Or you could, if you really wanted to, where's that? Scarlett was asking me about this. The other day she was going, why is it so thin, Daddy? And I was going for doing tiny little checks. Can you even see that? I'll put it on my fingernail. It's like a hair almost. Let's try it on that finger then. You can see how thin it is, right? It's masking tape. So I cut that into little squares if I really want to. And I put them on with a knife and then I airbrush it and then I take them all off. You don't have to do that though, you can just hand paint it.
I have watched that.
You've watched that many, many times. So you know, like the shadow caster I gave away the other day with the faded check pattern, all that's done by hand cutting pieces of masking tape and then fading with the airbrush. Building a Gundam is on my to-do list, but I keep stopping myself from going.
He's currently lighting a large Gundam and then he'll send it your way.
Dude, send me an unlit one. Send me a model because I've got a conversion idea I want to do. Please. But I'll happily paint a lit one for you. But if you can get me an unbuilt one, because I've got an idea. I want to do some stuff. Some craziness. Right, so should we start with red? 2 reds. Orange, fire orange, bloody red. Base coat is scarlet red. Do you know what happens, right? You know when we film, Al? I think I go a bit blind from this white paper as well.
Yeah.
I think I do. I start to go a bit... I think we need to change this to like a grey or something that's...
Sunglasses or night skiing ones for snow blindness.
That's not a bad idea. Right, okay. Yeah, I do. I think I'm going a bit snowblind. I've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... I've got 12 actual lights on and 4, 8, 16 sets of LEDs. And I've not got enough light because I am really blind and colourblind now. No, that's not what I want. I want a more reasonable one, Kay. This size. God, look how old I look when I put my glasses on. Look at it. So
They're
bad.
suggesting a green cutting mat or a dark grey tabletop like Lee has.
And that's why I speak to them, you see, because they're clever. Look how much better that's just become. Oh, it's so much better. Sorry, everyone. I thought I was doing the right thing. Make it all pretty. Put the paper out. Yeah, sorry about that. That's much better. I'm suddenly not snowblind. Right, let's get these back a little bit so I don't make a mess. Okay, so there we go. So basic. I've just had a little clean through a minute ago. That is good. It is good, isn't it? Yeah. You know why, Dalton? Is because I was covering up what we talked about before. And I just had this big ream of paper. How'd you lose that? There it is. So red first. Blood red. We're going to go really light with this. And then you're going to be really shocked by how much I knock it all back. Oh, hold on. I need a second. I've got to go into the portal. I've got way too much pressure running through this. Okay, he's back. He's back. Did you see that magic? That's amazing. Seriously, I'll keep the gimp in there. Bring out the gimp, Al. Inline regulator. Oh, alright. You're just saying words again, aren't you? Okay. So, Lee, do you remember when you were doing the silencer on stream the other day and you would like freehanding? So this is literally what I'm going to be doing. And Lee's got much tinier brush than me. If I had the more controlled brush you can get, the smaller a point when you're trying to do this sort of thing is better. But you also don't need to freak out too much because we're going to be doing a lot of washes and a lot of weathering once we're done. Oh, Alex. Sorry, everyone. Can they get locked up? Can you what? So, can you see what I'm doing? Sorry. You start to see, I'm just freehanding, leaving the darks in. We're going to work all over this model. So now's the time, Al, if they say anything interesting, can you tell me please, because I've got my head down. So yeah, if you guys want anything, you know, question wise while I'm working, give me a shout, because I want to try and push through this, because as always I talk for half an hour before I do any work. So when you're freehanding, it is important to get used to where your paint's coming from, because you can use like the natural angle to create the dark behind it. Lee's got a nice little term he uses, I can't remember. But you will start to get accustomed to where it goes and
Zenithal.
Sorry?
I think you said the term is
zenithal.
Yeah.
That was a much bigger word than I was thinking. I like it though, Lee. In fact, let's get that off for a minute. So when you're using quite low pressure, you can get really close with your brush. Like in this technique as well as we're doing it, don't get freaked out by if there's a bit that you think might have gone a bit heavier. Thank you, Kay. Love you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, all your subs are really greatly appreciated. So that's a point in case. You see, like, I've caught the top of that edge. The fade goes in it all kind of automatically. But I don't want to spend forever, right? So I'm rushing through this because you will see I am going to do quite a lot of weathering. So all of this might be, you might think is like, why have you done all that? And then you've gone and weathered it back. It just ends up with the most beautiful red at the end. Colour's off, you know. I don't think the colour's perfect. Or some sort of intensity problem. Colour look good to you, Lee? Like, that you're actually seeing through the screens? I feel like the balance is off slightly. So on those bigger areas, I'm not trying to catch a panel. You just catch from a corner. Just fade in some red. Yeah, it's a nice... I'm forgetting it. Do you know the only thing that would make it worse at the moment, Alex, is if Lewis was in the chat. Then I definitely wouldn't know who to believe. So, just working through. You're a sod, daughter. What?
Don't worry, if you're pulling your legs, that's definitely the purple that you wanted.
You guys just... Patch, if you would not mind ever so much. Oh my god. My dog's become a bit like senile lately, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old one. We think he may have gone for a walk in the field and eaten some questionable mushrooms. And since that day, he's not been the same again.
We'll see your thing, so if you guys see purple, you must be colourblind because it's quite clearly yellow.
Who said that?
Nickel City X-ray.
Man, you guys are just cruel.
Fluorescent green from Mark.
It's funny actually that none of you in the chat actually are colourblind, because it affects quite a lot of quite a high percentage of men. I don't think it affects women at all, as far as I knew it didn't. I know that my brother is much more colourblind than I am. We're both colourblind. My brother's close to like monochrome colourblind, just sees in shades of grey. Remember, starter jackets from that's the type of bright light. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I do remember, unfortunately. And that would be the kind of jacket he'd wear, being monochrome colourblind, and be like, David, man, take the jacket off. I like it. I can see it a little bit. Nickel City X-Wing, welcome. I don't know who you are, but I love that name. Or do I know who you are? Have we met across some crowded barroom somewhere?
It affects very small numbers of women because it's carried on the X chromosome.
And that's why I have
a bit of science.
That's why I have Kay in the chat. Let me tell you, most beautiful bit of science. And Rasta painted for that was 8 minutes. Time to talk. Watch the thing on a. Al, move your mouse because it's really bugging me. That's it. Thank you, bro. Because that was right across me, and I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, watch this program about the creation of like the universe and everything. The what is it? The chemical compounds that we are made of are only possible through the fact a star exploded. So we are actually all made of pure stardust. That's the coolest thing ever. I'll take that. Anyhow,
yeah, exactly.
Starchild, Nickel City is Buffalo, New York, upstate. Yeah, but what is he, the whole of the state? I mean, is he a human being attached? Carl Sagan. Whoa, there's new people. What? Carl Sagan. I've missed. Have I stolen someone's reference? My name is Greg. Hi, Greg. What are you saying, bro? Or possibly Gracitas. Oh my God. Al.
Yeah.
Al, do Google some stuff, man. Make me look more clever than I am. I know that's a lot to ask. Read for me, dude.
I'm trying. Carl Sagan is an American astronomer. Yeah, I think it was. He was the guy who said that in the documentary.
Or was it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who it was in the documentary, but it was just a very cool fact, and that's just awesome.
Kay made a political statement, and Kazim Bandit Squadron said, "Rasta is my age." Josh Holt says, "Rasta was good." If I know Carl Sagan, Rasta should be aware.
I love that you guys over in the States are watching. I know it's lockdown and you guys are probably normally at work, but please, right, if you get the chance to share this out amongst your groups and let guys know that I don't always pay 40k stuff or this sort of stuff. I'm often painting the X-Wing stuff that you guys know me for. So jump on Monday night especially. Tuesday night we play a game, but Monday night is a painting stream. So yeah, love the more of you guys on the better. Right, so that's first colour red done. That's all we're doing. Josh, what are you saying? Little Holtmeister. I work from home because this started, so it's quite for me. I can never leave. What? Everything's vibrating. It's Dalton. It's because I put my phone on silent, it vibrates, and any minute it's going to end up on the floor. That's what's going to happen. So, quick change of colour. For those of you, because I have got new people in the stream, change of colour is as easy as this in an airbrush. Bottle of water, like squirty bottle. In fact, but try not to get this bottle of water. Alex brought me the most aggressive squirty bottle of water. What you got to do is squirt out your cup. Get out the bulk of the dirty paint, then clean it with a brush, tip it out. It's really simple but really important. Squirt again. Anything dry in there? Yeah. Any bits, clean it out and tip it out. Please don't spray through. You just spend the whole of your night taking your brush apart. When it looks really clean, look nice and clean. Get a nice squirt. Then you can blow through and you don't get a clog. Like you should break down every day at the end of like your session. Oh wow, yeah. Just check across the streams, right. Yeah, thank you for subs, guys. And thank you for gifting subs to people. So we'll go straight up to the orange.
1 second, let me interrupt you.
Right, go for it.
Lee is asking about that.
What is he asking about?
Is that what you need?
Yes, that's what I need. Thank you, my darling. So a little bit of orange. If you've cleaned through, don't go near your model until your brush is got rid of the water, got rid of the rubbish. And then you're always cleaning your needle. You don't want needle juice. It's not good. Right, glasses. Where are you based? Tavern. Oh, I like it. I like a bit of cross chat. Lost my stick. There it is. Okay.
Chat.
So exactly the same. You guys, please chat amongst yourselves. I love it. I'm going exactly over the same sort of points with orange.
Nickel City is asking if you ever mix colours for shading in the gun. Or
Yeah, I do sometimes, but it's often just adding black or white to a colour. I'm colourblind. I don't know if you know. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. But yeah, for me, mixing a colour from kind of the 5 primaries would be an absolute no-no. Because I'll never get it the same twice. And I don't know if I've actually got to where I needed to be. What?
I don't think I've lived long enough. James was saying I should take all the labels off the paints and then just leave you a section of paints and see what kind of psychedelic paintwork you come up with.
What, is a Finlayson on?
Yeah.
Dude, did you not even hear about the comment that the only reason I haven't suffocated him in his sleep and Scarlet is because of that I love them? Like, that would be too far, though. That would be the line that you should never crosseth, Al. They used to do it to me in school all the time with the yellow and the green felt tip pen. Oh, it was so... And the grey and the pink.
Kay's just ordered a Clone Wars Legion starter. So I think that's going to be lit up. And all Star Wars. Life is about testing boundaries against
Who said?
James. Can trade, highlight and blend to a professional standard. Also can't see blown to my mind. Lucky is only half listening because she's trying to paint the Legion figures that she wants.
Hey, Lucky! She painted. Mm-hmm. So I did a whole load of priming. My friend brought his kids these starter boxes. Kids wanted to get these starter boxes from GW, whatever. And he messaged me and he says, can you just like rattle can some primer on them? And I was like, just bring them round for me, bro, and tell me what you want and we'll sort something out. So he brought them round and there was a towel starter set and what was it? Necrons, that's it. And I was like, just let me play with them. So I did the Necrons in this black silver base coat and then I just highlighted them with silver with the airbrush. So I did this whole 50 quid starter set and I put some shading on it because he had this plan of what he wanted to do. And then I did exactly the same with his towel, the Fire Warriors, the battle suits, all of it. And I kind of painted them completely in, I don't know, did I spend about 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah, about that.
Maybe.
I mean, I went to work.
No, it's a bit more than that. It was about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I've appreciated all these things. And then these kids went away and they got these contrast paint, is it?
Yeah, contrast.
Yeah, contrast paint. And if you'd seen what they've done, they're so good. So, yeah, painting right now for the kids that are home, get them off the Xbox, get them painting. Love that.
Nickel City said, is there a paint you know that comes out shiny like chrome?
No, bro. I know what you mean, that actual proper chrome dipped. Lee.
Lee might have
Lee,
yeah. Lee sounds like a man.
Now is the time where I'm going to play my Lee Pokemon. Go! I tried to summon Lewis to an argument the other day and he refused. He's a really bad Pokemon. Okay, and by the way, just because I said Pokemon, I'm not the same as that disgusting Italian reporter. You all know who I mean. That's right, Filippo Bosi. Is it Alessandra Zaramella? One of the two. What did Defrane say? Oh, you got to keep up with the messages, dude. Like I can't see them at all, bro.
You can use some contrast paints over silver paint to produce different metals. And Lee has definitely got a chrome look. Yeah, I do.
A Molotov pen or something. They do these paint pens.
Oh, Lee's found that like something different. You prime it black gloss and then you paint the stuff over it and it comes out chrome. And I spent an entire afternoon around James's house trying to get the perfect silver like metallic clear coat without using the clear coat airbrush. It was very much wasted because they released contrast paints like a week later.
So I always have a trouble colour or two, right, in this Vallejo range, and orange is one of them. She just loves to stick up my needle, this orange.
Whoa, that's a good message. I wonder if you could lay down a coat of something oil-based and lightly conductive, then electroplate models. It would be an absolute pain, and almost certainly not worth the effort. It does come up my approach to models. I mean, that would look wicked, but it's almost the same reason that you can't like.
Yeah, but you can chrome plate or gold plate or silver plate like a plastic phone case. So why couldn't you do it to a model?
I'm sure you could. I just don't.
I think just the cost would be prohibitive.
Yeah.
More than anything. There's clearly a way to even cast in chrome, because if you remember like the old motorbike and car kits,
yeah, you did get little, yeah.
You would get cast chrome pieces, but they were in plastic. The problem then was cleaning them off, and you had like the clean marks. Okay, that should do. Okay. Oh no, not done the top. Always miss a bit. If it's anything like the colour shift paint, you'll lose all the detail as they're pretty thick. I don't like the colour shift paints. I don't actually think they do enough to make them worth using. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put on some yellows with this. Let's have a look if I still got it here. Yep. So this is a Protect mask. I've got a bit of hair on it. I'll show you what this comes like in a second. It's so delicate. So there is a link on this stream that takes you straight to where you can buy these. So what do we want to do? I'm going to do, I remember thinking about this. So this is how I'll use them. So I've got a piece of masking tape that's on that back edge because I've used this before, right? So I just want to do this panel on both sides. So you don't need to go super mad with these, right? Sticking them down. And then you'll see. Hold on. I need a bit of tape.
Kay says he needs to talk to his neighbour because they're going to take apart a phantom and cast it and then make it out of frosted glass for cloaked phantomage.
And this is purely because I want to keep it within this panel. You don't have to. You could fade it, the top and the sides. So just quickly. And then you just go straight to yellow. I don't. The beauty with the airbrush, right? So I could do this orange and go through 3 colours, but you can get the fade just with the opacity of the paint. So a quick clean. I'm going to go straight over to yellow, and then I'll get these few flame details where I want them. I'm going to pick out some base silvers, and then I'm going to start weathering, and then I'll jump onto the base because the washes are going to take a little while to dry in between coats, and I can't hurry that up too much or it spoils how they work. Right. Okay. So what yellow should we use? So this is Vallejo Golden Yellow, a Games Workshop Flash Gits Air Yellow is really nice, really strong. And yeah, when you like get your pots of air paint out, you see you get all that crap because it just dries. Clean that off before you squeeze it into your airbrush because that will dry out. Literally need hardly anything, 2 drops of paint. There we go. Okay, so little flame fade, flame fade. That's it, flame fade, not a fame fade. Start off the actual piece. So you're starting on the masking tape, then you're moving in.
Paul managed to beat you. Please no return.
So gently build, right? Because yellow's a funny old colour. I sounded so cockney then. Yellow's a funny old colour. I've got a funny feeling this might have leached. I think I picked the wrong yellow to use. So at the end I was just using air. No, it's alright, look. You can't do that by hand that quick. You just can't. We just put the mask over this side. Same thing again. Yeah, man, hot rod flames for life, Death Rain. Damn straight, baby. Death Rain, I'm getting Death Rain on stream. Do you know what I mean, Death Rain? I think Death Rain knows. We're going to play a game with him, babe. Going to get him out of retirement. See if I can actually win a game with him, unlike you. That was really bad. There was no need for me to throw shade.
Huh? You said tonight.
Oh my God. It's my mum, everybody. Shall we answer her? We're going to answer her live on the internet. This is hilarious. Hello, Mum.
Hello,
Hello. Wait. Listen. Before you say anything, I'm live on the internet. So be careful of your language and your subject matter.
Okay, Georgie.
Yeah. The internet says hi.
Okay,
Just say hello to the internet. Say hello.
Hello.
That's the best thing ever. Go on, sorry. I'll call you back later, innit? Is it important?
Don't call me. This is very important.
Okay, do you want me to take this call?
Yeah, I do.
Is it really, really important? Everybody,
Yes.
wait, I'm just going to have to cut Sam for 2 minutes. Go on, go for it quickly.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Say bye to the internet. Say bye. Say, Nonna, this is Nonna Della Pina. Say bye.
Bye. Don't forget to tell them.
I won't. I'll tell them. I'll tell the internet. I love you, Mum. I love you. Yeah.
Not to open up the WhatsApp.
I would. Shh, don't. They all say bye, Nonna. Bye, Nonna. I love you. Bye. Bye. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. No, I'm not rating that now. Yeah, boy. Life goal. Tick. Yeah, you can't do that on the BBC, can you? Just take a phone call from your mum. So, listen, there might be a scam on the WhatsApp thing tomorrow, apparently. Something about a pope. Don't do it. It wasn't as dramatic as her voice had implied. One would have thought someone's life was in danger with that woman. Yeah, don't open something about popes on WhatsApp tomorrow. Oh. Do you know why my paint weren't going through my brush then, Alex?
You don't have any paint.
Because I ran out of paint, Alex. There we go. So yeah, that's my mum. That's Nonna Lisa. She makes the best food. Holy crap, does she?
Yeah.
She does, doesn't she, Al?
She does. Both Kay and Captain Rex were like holding their breath because it could have been a bad phone.
No, I know. She really panics. Bless her little soul. Yeah, she panics. So don't stress. Thank you, though. I love you all. Really, if it wasn't for that woman, you wouldn't have one of your English world champions and you wouldn't have had a European English champion. Well, one less anyway. So yeah, nice little bit of flame. I don't know if I want to do any more. Oh, I do actually. I think it's just pretty. Let's do a bit on this end as well. So anyone can be a pro painter with these things. Takes away all the stress, all the grief. And you guys fighting, trying to steal stuff off each other. So for those of you that are new to the stream, as you watch, you earn spondoolies, and they're what we use to enter our giveaways. And you earn spondoolies by watching, you get 1 a minute. And you earn them by donating, cheering and subscribing. So there's a little giveaway today. We're giving away a few little Star Wars collectibles. Oh wow, we've hit our goal. Thank you so much. I didn't even notice that. And you need those spondoolies to enter for our giveaways. Because it's X amount per giveaway, depending on what we're giving away. And sometimes we give away some very valuable stuff. So for all you Americans and all you Canadians and all you people that don't live in England and see me post all the time, get on. There's some cool stuff. So this sun yellow's turned into a bit more of an orange than a yellow than I wanted, but I'm locked now. And this one's just going to have a bit more of orange flame rather than the yellow. Okay, as cool as that. It's cool, isn't it, Al?
It is very cool.
Stuff just happens.
Yeah.
There you go. So you remember you can you could, for example, now with the airbrush with a flame, you can backlight this way. So we could just put a little touch on this corner of this yellow. See? Nice. It just changes things up a bit. Gives you some. Let's put. Do you see what I mean about the angle that you hold your brush? Because look, I got the yellow where I wanted it, but I didn't touch anything else. So it's about where you attack things from. And you're all going to freak out because I'm going to cover all this in black and brown in a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really bright.
Well, of course it is. That's why I'm going to cover it in black and brown. I'm going to put a little bit on the front. In fact, do I want it? No, I don't. Right, just something off the front. In fact, put a tiny bit there. Okay. Thank you, Kay. I love you, bro. So that'll do for the reds, the yellows on that. Right, then just quickly grab some silver. So I'm going to grab some higher than you would expect silver to work on this. So this is just plate silver. So that plus the very smallest spot of black, just because it is really, really, really silver. And that's hardly going to change anything anyway, so 1 second. So yeah, just This is going to be really high because everything gets knocked back. So now we're just going to go round and we're going to pick out the silvers.
Right, let's go and put the 5-year-old to sleep.
All right, mate. We'll be here when you get back. Don't worry. So there's not on these models like huge amounts of places to put lots of different colours, if you know what I mean. You got to paint it on. If you want all the checks and all that, you got to find where to put the detail on these things. So just be neat with this process. Purely because you just don't want it on stuff you don't want. I'm going to do those pipes, bronze, just to add a little bit of variety. So has anyone in the chat ever played this game? Because we haven't yet. We've gone the opposite way to most people, which is kind of build it, play it, then paint it. And go for all the hard work. Can you guys hear the birds tweeting in the background? I wonder how good the microphone is. Do you not play Blood Bowl? GW's Blood Bowl's the game that, to be honest with you, you can almost forgive it for being Games Workshop because it's that good. Look how bright that is. So bright. It's the most ridiculously bright silver. And then this whole engine area, all silver. Go on, read that out for me, Al.
Blood Bowl and Necromunda were the games I enjoyed most, but I haven't looked at them in many years. Death Rain says Blood Bowl is where Blood Bowl is where I learnt to stop hating dice. Trial by fire. That's what Death Rain said.
He's absolutely right.
Death Revive says Blood Bowl is solid with a question mark. My buddies have been trying to push me to join them for a while.
What, Death Revived?
Yeah.
Blood Bowl's amazing, Mark. Honestly, it's one of the best games ever made.
I sold my first.
If you've got a group of mates where you can play leagues, then it's a seriously great game. And you play regularly, it's a great game. Love it. I love character. I love games with character development. Really excites me. Lets you actually kind of role play it as well as play it. Obviously, I play orcs and they're all from East London. Just like every orc is in every book ever.
Yeah. Paul sold one Blood Bowl box that didn't have any models. It was just cardboard.
Who sold one? Paul.
Virgin. Yeah.
He just sold an empty box.
No. It's a version of Blood Bowl back before there was models used as players.
Oh, we're
They
at
just
cardboard
used cardboard
cutouts. Yeah, I
cutouts,
remember that as the first edition. The second edition had like the polystyrene pitch. So that was back in the old days, Alex, before we had electricity, mate. I don't know if you remember those times, the dark times.
Death Revived is going to have to look into it now.
Honestly, Mark, like even if there's like 4 of you, but if you play once a week, once a fortnight, the character development and the team development is where it's at. It's so much fun. It's a great game. It's a great set of rules, and it's got a very active community. It always has. That's why it never went anywhere. So I think that's it.
Katie says he misses Inquisitor from GW. You know, the big...
Yeah, I do. I thought it was a great idea. It was just the fact they were all cast in silver. In metal was the real killer for that game. Right, so let's have a little bit of bronze. Again, this is probably brighter than you'd expect. But we're just getting a couple of base coats on and then we'll knock it all back. Are you reading for me, Al? Because I'm not.
There is a 28mm remake of Inquisitor. Lee's saying it's a fan conversion.
Oh, really?
I thought that Blackstone Fortress was meant to be like Inquisitor, but I think I'm wrong. Warhammer Quest.
So if you can on these models, you can find some nice little bits to put a bit of different colour. It'll give you something to lift out.
Defrin said that he played an Orc team online and a Blitzer. His first 2 level ups were both double 6 and he was unstoppable.
A strength 5 Orc Blitz.
Strength 5 block dodge.
Well, no, not block dodge, but strength die block.
Just needs dodge, be fine.
It rolls another double.
Blackstone Fortress is Warhammer Quest in space, right?
Who was that?
Lee.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Ask a stupid question, Delapina. Get a stupid answer.
I searched for 54mm Inquisitor models for over 10 years and still never snagged one. Oh,
what, the old one?
The Vindicator Assassin in 54mm. I swear it never actually got released, did it? Because they broke the mould before it even came out.
Do you know I never played Hero Quest? Boo Boo Hamster. I never did. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just putting on a couple of spot colours in places before I hit it with a wash. I want to hit it all at the same time, and these are generally they're not the way I normally work, if you know what I mean. I haven't gone dark and then worked up with all of these. I'm going to let some of the washes do that.
So Mrs. Stander, changing career, giving up childminding after doing it for 21 years.
Who's that? Is that Mrs. Stander?
No, that's Paul. Mrs. Stander.
Well, she's not really, is she, Paul? Because she still looks after you. And I mean, that's a full-time job, isn't it? I mean, all the dirty nappies. You know, it comes out of both ends of you, doesn't it, Paul? It's a bit harsh. I do love you, Paul. You know that, don't you? He's got thick skin. He can take it. We've had this before. Yeah, Lewis is right. It just comes naturally. I should just let it flow from love. My insults for Paul. I was running a game install when Inquisitor came over. Wow, you guys are so quick. Al's clearly not even trying to read anything out. He's like going, no, it's too fast. So let's have some blue.
Need to swap for a pile of that.
And it's what?
Kay reckons he's got an Inquisitor scale Space Marine around. He's going to give it a bath in methylated spirits, repaint it.
Give it a bath in cellulose thinners. Is the best bath to give that in, mate. You what, big boy?
Captain Rex has sent a St. Celestine by a different company.
What, picture?
Yeah.
You're welcome to put that up while I'm doing this boring stuff.
There you go, that is the picture that Captain Rex sent. It's a very nice Celestine.
That's gorgeous.
They are stepping up. The models coming out of GW are nicer and nicer, aren't they?
Okay, I think that's all the spot colours I need. Oh no, mischief. So quickly I'll do one little panel. Where's my little brush? And white. In fact, let's have a bit of grey. So I'll just do a little bit of checkerboard, just quickly to show you. Much smaller brush, it just makes sense. And you're going to kind of use that towards make it size apparent to whatever you're doing. Let's find a little panel. Let's take it off that. This will do.
So Paul says it's a double bank holiday weekend coming up.
Right.
Great. We'll think of all the places you can go over those 4 days.
Paul, stop being a knob. We all know, mate. Stay home with your wife and your kids and just chill out, and it'll all go away quicker if you do that. And then we can all go back to travelling about and playing X-Wing and doing stuff like that. So just start with a grid. Paint's got to be thin. Brush has got to be good. But don't freak out yet, because you will clean up as you go.
Just imagine if the Queen gets coronavirus, it's a national holiday waste.
Is that Paul?
No, okay.
Might have to put K on a timeout. You can't talk about the Queen like that.
Yeah, but Boris has just been admitted into intensive care.
Is he?
That's what Lee said.
Oh, sorry, gone out of shot. Get some white. So we go back to our, where you gone? There you are. Just grab a bit of scarlet red, because it's the base colour. Just to tighten up. It's not about hearing.
Are you trying to not make a loud noise so you don't make yourself jump?
Am I trying not to make a loud noise?
Yeah.
Let me hold my breath out. I can't even answer that question. A little bit of checkerboard, and then I'll take a bit of red. We'll go in that corner, a bit on the edges, and just dirty a couple of those off a little bit. And then I'm going to hit some of that with the wash anyway. So yeah, quick little bit of checkerboard. You don't have to go mad, it's not that hard to do. Take your time. Well, what's happened, Bertie?
She might just be saying it's bad news about Boris.
No, it's not. It's not bad news about Boris at all. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't have gone shaking hands with strange people, should he? Should have washed his hands and not put it in his gob. That's what he should have done. Right, so that is enough. Right, colour wise. Are you sure we're not auto-focusing?
Yeah.
We're not, are we? No, there it is. We're not. Okay, so there it is colour wise. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of my little mixing pots. Okay, and I am going to be using these Old Faithfuls. So Vallejo Model Wash. So you've got dark brown, black. So some brown. Not tons of black, but enough. Don't know. I think black enough. That'll do. So I'm just going to put a couple of brushes of water in there. Okay, so it's a black brown. This stuff, it's going to take a while to dry, but then I can clear it off, right? And it is going to stain, so it is going to dirty down stuff and never ever come back to as bright as it was, but it's what I'm going for. So don't freak out, it's not a Bob Ross moment.
We should definitely watch some more Bob Ross though. It's quite funny watching you screaming at the TV every time he goes for the shed.
Don't do the shed, Bob!
It's like, no, it's good enough without the shed. Stop there, pause it.
Stop there, I want to live there. No, I don't want to live there anymore, Bob. You know why that is because in America, they don't have to get planning permission to build on Greenbelt and in the country. They can just like go, right, I own this bit of land, I'm building on it, and there's nothing you can do about it. We don't quite work like that here. You want to build a shed, you need 16 warrants and you need to pay a man and go to a planning mission meeting, the WI, and have cake with some old dear in the parish. You know, Alex, you've met the Council of Elders that live in the village.
Met the Council of Elders.
Nothing without happens in the village without the Council of Elders saying that it can happen. Right, now you can go over everything with this, and we will be going back over the silvers and metal areas with some GW stuff when this is dried. But we're just trying to grimy this up. That's what's going to happen. We're getting in all of that, and we're knocking back that really high yellows and oranges that we went up to. That's why we went high. That's why the silvers are stupidly bright, because we're going to work it backwards. Instead of dark to light, we're going light to dark.
Right, okay, I'm writing that down because we have lately just been like throwing on a bit of YouTube in the background, watching random documentaries. It's
I thought he was giving us a link to amazingly free music.
No, on how to make the ultimate shed.
Why is this suddenly the subject? Where did shed building come from?
Because we were talking about putting sheds places, so they didn't need to be sheds.
Okay, we were talking about Bob Ross, that's right. Yeah. It's okay, my Alzheimer's. I just need reminding sometimes, gently. You know that, dude?
Yeah, that was your gentle reminder.
Thank you. I've had my tablets already, haven't I?
What tablets? Oh no.
that was good, Al. So now, when you put on washes like this, you do need to be mindful of where they're going. These are great though. These really do like to find the recesses. But you do want to go over everything so that when you knock it back, it's all been kind of stained the most. You can use these to paint with. You've seen me do that where I just very specific with them and use them like staining and streaking, but this is great. You just knock back. But don't like leave massive pools. And just get a roller and put it on. Be a little bit more mindful. It's suddenly going to start lifting out. You know what this does. But we're going to take some of this off, and then we're going to do a few more, because you're never going to get to the right level with just one coat. What?
Okay, sent me a meme, but it's not stream now.
It's not stream worthy.
Not stream friendly.
Stream friendly. I think Dalton had to use some of this the other day because he ran out of his favourite.
No.
Yeah. But this is not like an ink. It does a similar thing, but it stains. But it can be removed, like I said.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's death range saying when you miss a piece with shade, then go over it again and make it worse, and then so it's a little crying robot. I don't think I've ever successfully fixed anywhere that I missed shade. Go back to shade it, and then it turns out looking weird because everywhere else gets darker.
So, forget how bright the silvers are. We've still got 2-3 layers to add onto those, but you can start to see it drops in. It's knocked off those really highs. We just need to let it dry now, right? And over here I've got the little, already done that. I've got to paint the glass in there. But while we're doing that,
Someone's going to get lunch at this time of day.
disgusting. Let's have a Bob Ross moment. How is it? It's because I talk for half an hour. You can't magically do 3 hours work in an hour, you idiot.
Especially when you spend 40 minutes of that talking.
I'm a very interesting person. I've got a lot to say, Alex. And this is my only soapbox in life, mate. Free house equals greenhouse.
Paul was saying he's got a greenhouse and 4 sheds in his garden. And now it's got down to just 3 sheds. And there's another shed going. Well, Vallejo go over GW paints better than their own washers?
Wouldn't say better. This is a different wash. This does something none of the GW washes do, which allows you to take it off without using any like chemicals. Orange always screws my brush. Hate orange. So I started with a really dark blue. I only need 2 colours to do this. This is wolf grey and white. Surprise, surprise. So I'm colourblind, Alex. Alright?
But it's like...
Yes, I know.
It's almost like salt, pepper, olive oil.
Told you there's only 4 ingredients you need in life. One of them I can't say because we're on stream and Lucky's here. And the other is olive oil, salt and pepper.
Wolf grey, white.
Bit of garlic. 5, 6. Keep adding. Right. So, wolf grey. I know this seems a bit mad to go from dark blue to wolf grey, but this is an airbrush and it's the joy of it. So, it's really blue, and you can see how nowhere near that blue that is, right? Right. Let me just blow through my brush. Right, so Bob did a thing. Do you remember Wispy Clouds? So that's the front. Let's just do
Captain Rex says it's the one you can't mention edible.
Sometimes. Sorry, you see, I'm making like swirls. I'll make them in a line.
You're making swirls in a line.
Yeah, just follow the line round, and then you see, as I pull away, I'm pulling my brushes coming away, right? It's really hard because I've only got like an inch here. So as I'm softening, I'm pulling away with my brush, right? So I'm coming in right close to get the line, and then I start to pull back. But you're doing like circles, big fluffy clouds. Big fluffy clouds, right? It's as simple as everyone. If you want this explained to you much better in a much more interesting way, you can find this charming gentleman. His name's Bob, second name Ross, on Netflix, I do believe. I'm just a poor imitation of Bob Ross. So I'll show you again, and then we do the next layer, right? I've got something in my brush. I can feel it splitting. So we're not going straight. You don't want to like completely go into the next one. Sorry. Something on my brush. So this as well, see this little hole? You get drier paint just built up here. And so there's a very tiny gap between your airbrush needle and this hole. And that's where your air comes through and goes over the tip of your needle. And look, you get a tiny bit of build up of paint, and that's enough to cause a flow problem. And you get it out from the inside. So just be aware, they're the little problems you'll get. They're no big deal if you know where to look for the problem. And once you start using your brush, like I know where to go for a problem because I can tell what the brush is doing. That's it, back to doing an airbrush. And then you'll come again. Stage one, pretty much, didn't take long. And it's a lot of fun, right? This is something, what are you laughing at?
How easy it is to look. Like, yep, stand on. Nice. Easy.
So remember, right, if you're not having fun while you're painting, you're not doing it right. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It's the process. And then so I am painting, yeah? There's paint coming out of my brush, trust me. And I'm just softening that blue off. Right, so let me clean my brush and I go to white and I'm done. Maybe that's what the whole stream should have been. Just my only goal in this stream should have been to paint this base. And I wouldn't have let myself down in any way at all. Oh, Ulfric, I love you so much. In fact, right, it is 9:15. And we're probably going to paint a little bit later than 9 because it is 9:15. But we are going to open the raffle up, right? Thank you so much, Ulfric. There really is no need for that at all. If you would like to enter our raffles, you have to type !raffle followed by the number of tickets you would like. If you are a subscription holder, you get an extra ticket, right? They cost 100 tickets each. You can have up to 200 tickets a person. I know that sounds crazy. And they're to win some cool Star Wars stuff. 2 of you are going to win something. Please don't let it be any of you in America. It costs me a fortune. I'm joking. Right, so... Remember, only 100 each on these. Right, so a bit of white. And all we're doing is just repeating, but we're going to not go nearly as kind of like big. We're going to be a bit tighter. Clear out your water. So, okay.
It's 100 spondees for one raffle ticket.
So you see, top of the cloud. Ulfric took 100. Love him.
No, Ulfric was saying that's how much the
Oh, right.
price to enter. How much do we get to?
That's actually really... It's not quite... It's really glary. It's really glary. I think we got our white up too high, mate. That is so glary on camera. Do you not think? Look over, stand up and look at the difference between what it looks like on camera. Do you see how glary that white's coming out?
Yeah.
What's that? Our white balance.
I don't know, I'll play with it a bit.
You get the idea. Maybe it's because it's not varnished, but you get the idea. Okay, quick clouds. Boom, done. Okay, let's have a look where we're at with this. In fact, we're not going to have a look where we're at with that. I'm going to have a vape because I'm gagging for a bit of nicotine. And it's just handed me a note. It's very cute. Can you pass the tobacco, please, sir? Contrast brightness. It's glaring out, Lee. Can you see how glary the white is? I don't look like that in real life. Contrast and brightness. The problem we have setting up the cameras, yeah, I had the same. The problem we had setting up the cameras, and we have every time setting up the cameras, is we have two different quality monitors, and I'm colourblind. So he's asking for feedback from me, and I'm going, I'm not sure if that's the right colour, Alex. I'm not sure if that's quite right. Right, so the brown's pretty much dry, and so the technique with this is that you get some, these things, cotton buds. If you're American, they're called Q-tips. It is. Can you see how glary the cotton bud was then? Watch. Yeah. Look how, like, alright, now it's got water on it, but look how glary that is.
I will fix it.
It's really bright. So this is not going to strip this back like as if we'd never washed this. But it is going to take off some of it. And really what you're looking to do is take off the high points. So you don't want it too wet. You're trying to leave.
Cool. Lee, we will discuss it if I can't work it out at all.
Did he just say some mad technical stuff that you're meant to know?
Yeah, I think so.
Nannybot's programming's not quite up to date yet, Lee. We only just got him off some junk trader in, like, his name was Watu or something. I love it.
It's fine to me, but I'm on a small screen.
Yeah, the white's glaring out.
The one I advised to get was 9K. Oh, right, okay, well, fair. If you got that laying around, I wouldn't know.
Do you know all of the webcams have gone up? All of like the kind of digital camera equipment, like for streaming, that sort of stuff's all gone up because everyone and their auntie has started streaming, you know, everything, haven't they? Because no one's got nothing to do. So suddenly you've got all these pop-ups and the one guy's streaming, sitting in a chair for 8 hours, and you know what I'm saying. So suddenly what would have been a 60 quid webcam's now 150 quid. You just sloping off for a fag, Mr. Bruce. Shocking behaviour, everyone. Shocking. So, now, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some black. Quite a bit. It's going to go much darker now. And then we're going to go back with the same sort of large brush. But I'm not covering it all now. Do you know what I was doing then, everyone? I was looking for the glasses that are on my face. Actually, on my eyes. That's how blind I am, Al. Oh, I've got to go to the opticians, man. In like 6 months when it opens again. So you see how dark that is? Look how dark that is. And look how like pigmented that is. So now what I'm going to do is find certain points on this model. See, like that wing line. And then I've cleaned my brush and then I'm just going to feather that out. So it's almost like a cartoon highlighting technique, but it's not. We're low lighting, we're backlighting the shadow. So find a nice line. And if this goes wrong, water takes it off. But wet brush will soften that that edge, which is what you want, but we'll start to pop certain details. So I'll start to use it like this. It will blend in a lot better with your other stuff than when you're using the GW inks. And I will be using those. So I can run over those. Oh, try not to talk with a brush in your mouth, Delapina. So you can run over panel lines, and as you're going, you just take off that edge. So I ain't caught the edge, it's just dropped in the lines a little bit. Because we're trying to get, like I said, instead of highlighting too much, we're low lighting. And you can also paint now. So you can use some of these darker spots in where you think it might have chucked out a bit of crap. And I'm out of light here, I'm out of angle to show you. See what I mean? So we like stipple it in, and as long as you're not overdoing your brush now. Lucky call sign. Lucky, babe. It's only 100 a ticket tonight, darling. You'd like some of this stuff as well. Your dad would be proper jealous if you win top trumps. Can't let him play it. Just say I only want to play with Rasta, Dad. I don't want to play with you. Top trumps is too cool for you, Dad. You can also use it where you go over quite a bit of a panel and you dirty a panel, because that's what we're looking for. There's going to be some dry brushing, believe it or not, on this. Alex is like, you blasphemer, you don't use that technique. I do, Alex, occasionally I have to. I have to go to the ways of the dark arts.
Rattlers then, he's got old Star Wars top trumps.
Oh, he's showing off.
Yep.
Rattler's flexing, man. Can't have that. I've been working well away from the camera. But if you notice, I do that out and they can't see what's going on.
Yep.
It's really hard to keep your hand. Okay, we're going to give it a couple more minutes and then we're going to close that raffle and we're going to give you some toys. Just for a bit of fun. You can use it, you see, like in a traditional manner to like get your streaks in and little oil specks and all of that. So same thing, used as a wash and then used as kind of like a more of a specific. So that's me just softening it off with a bit of moisture. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're putting the colour in and then you're softening it out and you're blending out that dark. And you can still drop it in. And so this is really what weathering in its truest form comes to, is like lots and lots of micro layers building up. Right, close that raffle out. They've had enough time.
Entries are closed.
Okay, just give it a second. Let me just do these couple bits. Sorry, off camera. Bad. Okay, let's just leave that at the moment and we'll draw the raffle. We are getting there.
Something is.
We've still got a way to go, to be honest. But Is it giving you grief, Al?
Yeah.
What's it done?
I've lost. Close giveaway, it won't. It's just refusing to close.
God, what I'd give for some background music. So my house is just full of music all the time. Especially when I'm sat working. And sitting here painting for you guys with no music on, it's really hard. I can actually hear wind going down my chimney breast. Can you hear it out?
I can. With the house creaking.
Any joy there, Nanny Bot?
I'm working now. Everything is going very wrong.
Don't understand.
Neither do I. So it's not fixed.
You winning or still being a bugger?
Still just not working. Not giving me access to it at all.
It's not giving you access to what? The actual get Alex to beatbox for background music. Fair, Kay, fair.
A bit when you do the giveaway.
When I what?
The bit where you sort out all the giveaways.
You've gone into that section.
I'm trying to get into that section, but it's just not doing very well.
Give us a second, everyone. We will draw it for you momentarily. Ooh, I got a nice strawberry then. And you get a bit of fruity goodness in my new amazing drink. Is Lee helping?
No, I don't. It's Twitch just isn't working. Streamlabs is refusing to let me open the giveaway.
Oh.
It's really not good. Like,
Mine did the same, he said. So what did you do to fix it? If not, can you see how many tickets we had? Can you see who entered?
no, because I can't open the thing anymore.
Hashtag blame Ryan. Yeah, I think because 1 bazillion people are using it. Yeah, you're right. It just comes back. Bugger. That's not good, everyone. What are we going to do, Al?
Yeah, I'm doing my best trying to fix it.
He's on it, peeps. Right, so I'll carry on, I suppose. I'm a bit broken now. I've lost my momentum because I know I'm not going to get finished in time. So I'm just going to carry on as I have been. I'm going to. Ooh, what happened, Al?
What do you mean?
My screen flashed.
Oh, no, that was me moving screens.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It wasn't something happening in the Matrix.
Nope.
Okay, so. On the metals, we're going to use your traditional. If you're not quite happy with where you're left with this shade, I tend to go back because the shade's not the best on metals, this Vallejo stuff. Clean off any flat spots, and then I'll use a little bit of Agrax Earthshade just to get it brown where I really want it that kind of smoky burnt metal colour. I'll just use some Agrax. I'm going to talk you through a couple of processes now because we're not going to get this done tonight. There's still a couple more hours in this. So yeah, the Agrax will go. This is the difference now between this and the real the Vallejo stuff I've just been using. This really does glaze over the colour you've already got. So I know it's hard to see, but you get a much better chestnutty, rusty, warm brown on the metals with this. It definitely is my preference for metals. Is the Games Workshop standard, the black or the brown. And I'm going to go over all of the metal areas, the same with the guns, etc, etc. Okay, so when all of it's dry, then I do. Lee's going to love this. And this is really not the easiest thing in the world. You can get this wrong. It's just dry brushing, but there's dry brushing and then there's dry brushing. And this is not. This is almost like a weathering technique that you should be really careful of. Really get off most of the paint. And this is counterintuitive because we've worked with red, right? We are going to almost dry brush the whole thing, but you're going to do it very gently and you're just going to catch. Let me show you. Let's see if I can get you in focus. We are just catching the lightest of edges on most of it. Let's get that bit of hair off. I don't know if you guys can see the little rivets that are just starting to take that dry brush just on the edge. Right? It's not, you don't want to go super mad, you're just catching little bits, little wear and tear marks. You want to try not to get it on flats, but then you can also use it kind of heavier on a corner or on a flat of a panel, but be kind of like,
no, the giveaways just isn't working at all.
so I did lots of this. I went round and I very gently started lifting out certain edges with silver. You really do need to take your time. Dry brush and work your way across. Right, I'm not sure what we're going to do about the giveaway. Can you scroll back through the chat out of curiosity, Alex, and get an idea of who entered?
Try.
Because we opened it at a certain point. If I can get an idea of who entered, we can maybe get out the old classic dice and bit. So work your way round over the reds.
It won't turn back on, Lee.
Yeah, sorry everyone. So you're going to carry on with that. So work your way across, work your way round, pick up some nice little bits of damage and detail. And then anywhere that you've put spot colours, anywhere I've put spot colours, I'm going to go back in with that plus a little bit of white, and I'm just going to catch those few edges. Same again, I'll do a little bit of dry brushing on the metals, and I'll lift all these back out again. So then the canopy, these canopies, these blue whites, let's have a look. Same as kind of the bases. You need to hand paint them magic blue first. They're a real pain in the bum to do, and then you highlight them. So the blue's always at the bottom of the cockpit, and the lightest points are going to be right on the top, right? So it's blue at the bottom, and then you go up wolf grey, and then white right at the top is your highlight colour. It will keep trying. I know, Lee, I love you, but we can't have a stream for another half an hour of us trying to get a raffle going. Because I'm not going to push this anymore tonight, because I need to carry on underneath and I need to do another thing. There's probably another 2 hours, 2.5 hours in that. And then it'll be kind of up to this point where they are. But you guys have seen pretty much everything I'm going to do. Leave him to do that and have a chat with us all. Can you give me full screen then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a bit burnt out now. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm back. Look. Look what I've done to my face. I painted my face out. I can't get it because it's back to front on camera. No, it's that side. There you go. Up. It's so hard to do it. Okay, everyone. It's proper Krypton factor because everything's back to front. Seriously, it is that side.
It is, yeah, you're on top of it. Come.
That's it, that way, this way. It's so counterintuitive. It's so counterintuitive. You just smash it.
No.
We may have to declare the winner of this poll online, of this raffle.
Yeah, once I can fix it.
What can I say? Talk to me, people. I've normally got so much to talk about, but I haven't been anywhere. We are all going a bit stir crazy. I've run out of things to cook. Not that I ain't got food, I've just run out of being bothered with it. And I never have takeaways and stuff, but boy, I could eat some takeaways just because I don't have to cook them. Look at poor little Al's face. I want to go give him a hug. He looks so sad. Listen, it was good to chat today. It was great chatting to you today, Lee. listen, I don't think we're going to get the giveaway going. I'm loving cooking. Actually, it's all I do, mate. I just wish there was someone else in the house that could cook with me. So it just takes, you just run out of ideas when you're the only one thinking of it. And my 13-year-old daughter is no good at giving me any ideas. What do you want to eat, Scarlett? I don't know. Lucky. Who entered? Put your hands up. Have you tried Dead Man's Fingers Rum? No, I haven't, bro. But you know me. If you want to get me a bottle, and I'll try it out for you, and I'll give you a full review. Put your hands up. Shout in the chat. Don't worry about it. Name should be in the system somewhere else. Mr. Salisbury tomorrow. Mr. Salisbury's busy. Put your hands up if you entered.
I mean, like, I can find out exactly who entered when I get the giveaways back.
Yeah, I know that, but it's totally gone, right?
Yeah, like, I just can't get access to it now.
What do you mean your wife doesn't cook? What, she can't cook? George, look up Matt and Savannah Shaw on YouTube for 2 evasive voices. Okay, Ulfric and Clive. Rattler was Lucky Call Sign did as well, didn't she? I'm sure she did.
Mm-hmm.
She's not good at cooking, so I do it all. You got a teacher, mate. Lucky Call Sign did. Captain Rex did. Alright. So they're all... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Totally get that. But I do love to cook. Do it when you close down. Yeah, listen. So the people that have brought tickets, I know who you all are. When it all calms down and our system comes back online, we will sort you out who's got what. And I will either put it on Facebook or come back next Monday and you'll know who's won. Sorry, it's because it's saved. Yeah, it's saved into the system, so it's in there. We'll end it and we'll show you all that. We'll do a little recording or something of when we draw it, and we'll know who to send stuff out to. Yeah, that's it for today. I'm sorry it's not finished. It was never going to be finished. I was always kidding myself, even with leaving that much. The most important thing when you're at that point with working on something like this is taking your time with layers of weathering. Weathering looks good. The finished pieces look exceptional in hand. They're really, really layered. There's lots of stuff for you to find. That takes time. So you do have to have those drying processes involved and the back and forward and enhancing certain areas and then using your washes and your inks and your bits to actually create detail, not just to splodge all over some. Who's the most? What is that? Is that some sort of, who's the Gamorrean guard, surely? Is the most orc-like. I win. What do I win? What do I get, boo-boo? Hey, boo-boo. Are you too old? Are you too young to remember that? Alex, are you too young to remember Hey, boo-boo, Yogi Bear?
Yeah.
You are? Yo, what are you saying, babe? How are you? I hope it's all going well at home. I know you got a little one at home. Kids from Lee. What? Yogi Bear? Yeah, Yogi Bear was the best. Smarter than the average man. Yeah, brilliant. Top Cat was my favourite, personally.
I knew about Top Cat.
He was Top Cat. That's right. Smarter than the average bear. Yeah, listen. So we'll call it quits for tonight. I'm a bit tired. I don't know why I got tired halfway through that. I think it's all the talking that started. Yeah, all right, babe. We're doing all right, sweetheart. I'll see all your pictures and just positive, and that's all we got to do. Start the next stream with the draw. Perfect. I'll start the next stream with the draw. It'll be tomorrow night. We'll be playing a game of X-Wing. I am going to get Death Rain on the table. Alex is just shaking his head going, well, I'm not bringing anything that hasn't got 78 shields on it. Yeah, look at his face. Right, so so Death Rain, that's for you, bro. I promise Death Rain will be on the table tomorrow, probably supported by Vader and Sontir, something like that. Alex is, again, Alex loves Death Rain. Oh, have you two got history?
Yeah.
He tamped his chest. That was bad. That's Hood. He's going to get a little tear tattooed on soon because he will have been to your house and you'll be dead. Outfly him, Alex. Yeah, can you not outfly Death Rain? I'm not Death Rain. I'm just using Death Rain. Death Rain's in the chat. He knows how to fly Death Rain. Death Rain, any pointers, mate.
Launch bombs is his point.
Launch
isn't it?
bombs. I don't, you
Do
know.
automatic damage. You know, that's what you need to do. Yeah, like just don't bother. Just
Why don't I
just throw a
bring
couple
Death
bombs,
Rain,
man.
Redline, and someone else? So get lots of bombs.
Do you remember that cool time when 2.0 started and you decided it was a really cool idea to have 3 Punishers in Captain Reimer or Jonas or something like that? And then I flew a TIE Swarm and it was a good wholesome list. It was a great game of X.
What, you mean
Yeah.
when James brought 7 quad jumpers?
Yeah.
And I hit them all with 2 lots of proton bombs?
Yeah.
That was a bit brutal.
But you also done it to my TIE Swarm.
It was better when I played against the Dash player, and by turn 3 there was no obstacles on the table. I just removed them and went, and now where you going? So anyway, that was the greater days of life. Death Rain, Desi, double bombers. What? I can have that. How did that? You lost, didn't you?
No, Death Rain / Decimator double bombers.
Didn't you lose? I'm sure you lose. You lost that.
No.
There's no way you won that.
He won the tournament with 7 quad jumpers, I swear.
But he must have lost that match against me. He always loses against me. Tartan. Oh no, I won't because you forgot to go straight crit. Ah, yeah.
There we go.
You got really good memory, man. Really good. I'm really impressed about that. So yeah, cool. That was great as always. So look, I'm done. I'm just. I think this has become a bit of a social exercise with lockdown. You have to excuse when like I'm not 100% because we are all dealing with this weirdness in our own ways, right? And I know you just see this and you know the exterior is always kind of the same. But it is a bit weird and it is having a bit of an effect, right? On all of us, even me and Alex and that. So if I haven't been 100% tonight, I'm sorry, it's just energy levels are dropping because you're just very limited to what you can do. So I am in no way promoting any of you to go out and be bellends. Stay in your ass. Let's get this over with as quick as possible, right? But yeah, but I'm just feeling the effects of lockdown because I'm a bit of a free animal, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. Great stream, Alex. Don't stress about the raffle. See you guys tomorrow. One love. Off to Firestorm podcast and Vassal. Have a great guy. Keep doing this and connecting with us. Oh no, Archdean, thank you, man. We will be back tomorrow night with some lovely X-Wing. We'll just play a game and have a giggle, and then we'll be back next Monday with something else. Hopefully something at the weekend. If not, we will see you tomorrow night. Al, you near the buttons?
I am.
One love. Peace.